All right, so this is Ron Paul debating in New Hampshire on a Saturday night. I did not get to see the entire debate. I went over some my brother's house. We watched a horrible movie, Contagion, which I found really boring. But actually, it was kind of interesting. But the way it was kind of like, oh, horrible story. But anyways, we'll just go ahead and play this part here.
Into a great deal because when
Oh.
I see these young men coming back, my heart weeps for them. Speaker Gingrich.
Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here, it's about Paul questioning Newt Gingrich on the fact that he's basically saying he's a draft dodger, that when he was called to service, Newt didn't go, but now he's this war hawk or a chicken hawk, and Paul, of course, gets attacked from Newt Gingrich. Now, what this is really doing, it's putting Newt Gingrich on the defensive, is what it ends up doing.
Well, Dr. Paul has a long history of saying things that are inaccurate and false. The fact is, I never asked for deferment. I was married with a child. It was never a question. My father was, in fact, serving in Vietnam in the Mekong Delta at the time he's referring to. I think I have a pretty good idea of what it's like as a family to worry about your father getting killed, and I personally resent the kind of comments and aspersions he routinely makes without accurate information and then just slurs people with. I need one quick follow-up. When I was drafting, I was married and had 2 kids, and I went. I wasn't eligible for the draft. I wasn't eligible for the draft. Congressman Paul, while we're on the subject of the speaker has said that you've had a history of inaccurate...
Boom, bitch. Oh, that was gorgeous. I almost had an orgasm on that one. That was beautiful. I mean, and Newt Gingrich has a huge face, and it was shaken a little bit there. I saw some quivering. Now, that might have been anger at calling him out. And here's the cool thing I'm witnessing. I mean, Paul in this debate, I'll put the link below to this video where it shows all of what we call Ron Paul highlights, or Chuck Norris type highlights here. I mean, because there were a lot of roundhouse kicks, and he was kicking ass out there tonight. And, I know I'm a Paul supporter, and I know I'm biased, although I'm not CBS News. I really think he did himself well tonight. Now, I will make one point. I did not see the entire debate. I can't sit through that entire debate and watch all those other idiots waste my time with bullshit. I don't want to hear them. I don't even want to think about them. And I'm certainly not going to vote for them. But just in general, even if Paul didn't get much time, I don't care about that anymore. So what? Give the other candidates more time. That just gives them more time to hang themselves. And that's what they'll inevitably do. Because virtually each and every one of them, except Paul, is responsible for at least, if not most, half of the problems we have today. And what do we see those candidates do? They try to attack Ron for, quote, not passing things. Or, well, he's been in Congress his whole life. He's been in Congress voting against everything that increases spending. And so it's just these empty attacks, these useless, soulless, empty attacks. At one point in this debate, Mitt Romney defers a question to Paul, our constitutional expert. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but tonight it looked to me like the authenticity of Congressman Paul is wearing these fake, soulless candidates down. It's wearing them down, and it's revealing them for what they are. But I don't know. I'll put the linkage below to this debate video highlights. And actually, there's another debate tomorrow morning. So as if they don't hate each other enough now, they've got to do it all again in a couple hours. I don't know who was all going. I don't know if it's on TV, really. I haven't paid attention to it. I don't really watch them anymore. There's been so many debates. I prefer to just wait for the highlights. So I'll probably have a link to the highlight. Who knows? Because what's going to end up happening, things are going to get really interesting. Because I don't know what more they can do with Paul. Outside of the racist newsletters and Iran or 9/11 truther stuff, that's all they have. And so it's just going to go further in the gutter. And Paul's just going to have to keep bringing it back to the facts that they're soulless robots. And I don't know. I think this was a huge win for him in this debate. See ya.